Good morning, welcome back to another episode of 0 to 60. It's Monday morning, I'm out heading to a workshop again, and it's to get the injectors checked that come out of O'Reilly. So, hopefully you all know by now, but we're huge fans of port injection here at 0 to 60, and let's be real, all the fast N54 cars have port injection. We're doing the fuel system for the Vargas car this week. It was supposed to be last week, but I'm still waiting on a few parts. But the first thing I need to do, because we're using the injectors, or basically the entire port injection setup from O'Reilly on the Vargas car, I want to get those injectors cleaned. Now, I did pull them out of the car this morning, and I'll play a little clip of how they looked when they come out of the intake manifold. So I've just removed the injectors out of O'Reilly's intake manifold. We have cylinders 1 through to number 6, something I thought I'd just document on camera. Cylinder number 2 is nice and oily. Wow. That is the cylinder that shat itself. But yeah, the rest actually look okay. They're not carboned up. They look pretty good, but it'd be interesting to see how they flow. All right. So yeah, you can see injector number 2 is covered in oil. I assume that's got something to do with the cylinder that failed, the rod that disintegrated. I wanted to try and get these injectors checked earlier, just in case one of the port injectors was blocked and that cylinder was running lean. However, what's left of the piston, it doesn't look like it went lean. In fact, the top of the piston was pretty much fine, so it is just a rod failure. So I'm expecting these injectors to be okay. However, hopefully you all know by now, if you've got E85 sitting in normal port injectors, they do tend to clog up. So before we actually run them in the Vargas car and rely on them to make power, I want to make sure they're cleaned. And I think it's something that a lot of people get caught out with when they're setting up port injection on these cars. It's crucial to make sure that your port injectors are clean and flowing properly. If the car's been sitting for 6 months and it's got ethanol in there, there's a good chance they're going to clog. So that's what we're hoping to find out today. I mean, this might be a waste of time, but we'll find out shortly. Anyway, I'll see you when we get to Ian's, and we'll run these things on the injector flow bench. So we have arrived at Ian's shop, and we have left. I did do some filming. In fact, I filmed all of the important stages of the entire process, doing all the injectors. But I thought I better just preface what's happened before I play those clips. I didn't film much in Ian's shop. I try not to, well, I don't like filming unless I get like an open invitation. But yeah, long story short, with the injector clean, the reason it's really important with an N54, and this is specifically an N54, a lot of cars are actually worse than this, but the O2 sensors will monitor bank 1 and bank 2. And all they're looking for is the correct fuel ratio coming out of those 3 cylinders. Obviously, 3 cylinders bank 1, 3 cylinders bank 2. If you have a faulty injector, if you have an injector that's not, let's be real, it's normally a blocked injector, so you get an injector that's not flowing as much fuel as it should be. All the DME will do to correct that is increase the amount of fuel going into the entire bank. So the DME will bump up fuel duty cycle for the entire bank. And what you end up doing, you end up with 2 cylinders that are running really rich, 1 cylinder that's running really lean, and obviously you lose out on a lot of power. And I think it's definitely an issue with vehicles where a cylinder, there'll be an issue with an injector and you'll get timing corrections in that specific cylinder because it's not getting enough fuel, and you're essentially getting early signs of knock. It's super scary. It is probably, I think, one of the main causes of engine failures, injectors being out of whack, and this is why like nearly all tuners really push you to get your direct injectors sorted out and replaced. But yeah, it's something that really goes under the radar with port injection, because the way the port injection systems work, in O'Reilly, for example, it was running an AIC6. There's no safety, so if one of these injectors was down, which it turns out there was one of these injectors were down, all it would have been doing is increasing the amount of fuel going in across all 3 cylinders. We would have 2 cylinders running rich, 1 cylinder running lean. Anyway, I hope that makes sense. There's a lot that goes into injectors, and a lot of speak online about flow rates. You'll notice we didn't pay any attention to flow rates. Now, I could have accurately, with this device, this injector tester, actually measured how much fuel they're flowing, but I wasn't too fussed about it. The way that we run them in the N54s, all we really want to do is make sure that all the injectors are exactly the same, and this is how we did it. So yeah, I think I mentioned it earlier, but basically this injector cleaner kit was only set up to do 4 cylinders at a time. So when we were checking them, I put 4 injectors in, and this is what we saw. So as you can see there, the injector on the far right was flowing more than the 3 on the left. That's the issue. That's what we need to look out for. So essentially that cylinder, and there was about 10% difference. Now, under normal circumstances, I reckon you'd get a 10% variance in a lot of port injected cars. And when you're not maxing things out, it doesn't make a huge difference. But when you're running the motor on the edge, like we run O'Reilly, like we plan to run the Vargas car, that 10% is an issue. So we needed to work that out and fix it. We ended up checking the other injectors, which we'll play now. So that's with the 2 on the right changed out again.
2 on the left.
Oh, 2 on the left, sorry. And this is a cleaning fluid, isn't it?
Yeah,
and as you can see there, the other injectors all flowed about the same. But because we had that one injector that was about 10% out on the other ones, I wanted to clean them. So we cleaned them. Now, the cleaning's actually done in a separate tool. That first thing that you've seen, and I thought that was the actual injector cleaner. Although it's got injector cleaner fluid in it, it's not how you actually clean them, it's how you flow test them. So what we did, we put it into an actual cleaning solution. You still use that machine to fire the injectors, but they're done in this ultrasonic cleaner whilst they're being fired. And the idea is any gunk or grime or anything that's built up in the injector and causing that solenoid to stick, either stick open, stick closed, whatever it is, hopefully it frees it up and gets it to go out. So this is what the actual cleaning process sounds like. Video. And with the cleaning process done, it was a matter of putting them back into the flow machine to see if we've got them all flowing the same. Now, we ended up doing, I think I mentioned it in what I did record, we ended up doing 3 injectors at once, and I put a dummy injector in the far right slot. The first 3 went in, nothing weird. We flow tested them, all 3 are the same. Looking good. So you can see there, they're all the same. The second lot that went in, when we actually pressurized the fuel rail, we noticed a little bit of fuel coming out of the 2 injectors on the right. Now, I don't know if that was residual from being in the cleaning solution or what, but Ian didn't like it. Ian suggested we do a leak down test. And the leak down test basically over pressurizes the fuel rail. It doesn't actually pulse the injectors. It just pressurizes the rail to see if they're gonna leak. Now, if you've been following for a long time, you'll know I did have some Chinese injectors that were leaky in my original port injection setup. So I was a little bit concerned about it. I haven't noticed any funny starting issues with O'Reilly, so it was a bit weird, but we did the leak test. This is the leak test right here. So we're just actually doing a quick leak test. We've got these 3 here. There's a little bit of residue on that from before we started the test. But we just want to make sure we don't leak when the rail's got pressure and it's not supposed to be doing anything. No, we're good. We're good. And yeah, they didn't appear to be leaking. So that was good. And then we went on and did the final flow test on the remaining 3 injectors. And the final flow test, basically we just need to be, these 2 will be the same. Looking good. Dude, I think they're pretty much bang on. Awesome. And we're good. So yeah, apart from that one injector that was out, now it wasn't cylinder 2, me being the bit of a knob that I am and chatting with Ian. I've known Ian, I think I said at the start of this video, for donkey's years. And every time I meet up with him, we end up just talking like you do with an old friend about crap. So I didn't keep track of what the injectors numbers were as we went through and cleaned them, but I do know it wasn't injector number 2. The oily one was not the one that wasn't flowing like the others. So I'm kind of glad we checked it. 5 of them were okay. 1 of them was a problem. It's a bit of peace of mind, then we should be good. So yeah, they're the injectors that are gonna go in the Vargas car for the low pressure fuel pressure setup, or the port injection setup. I'm looking forward to it. I've basically right now I just need the flex sensor to turn up, and then I can get that fuel system put in. Looking forward to showing you how that's done. It is going to be a regulated or an external fuel reg setup on the port injection rail, and I know that it'll flow 1,000 horsepower, and we're going to do it with 2 Walbros on the cheap. I like it. Anyway, guys, look, thank you for watching. If you got any questions about port injection cleaning, port injectors, whatever the process is, if you're worried about getting ripped off, because I do think a lot of people go over the top when they talk about injector flow rates and stuff. If you're unaware, like an injector at 70 psi will flow more than an injector running at 40 psi, and that is why having a fuel reg on a N54 setup, so you can actually boost reference your fuel pressure, is a huge benefit. Yeah, these injectors are 1000cc injectors, but they will probably be working and flowing 3, maybe 4 times the amount of fuel that my 500cc ones flow, because I don't have boost referenced fuel pressure. Anyway, I'm at the post office. We've got another website order that I've got to get posted. Guys, thank you for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.